Welcome to the Freitas Effect. I am Simon Freitas.
And I am Azeb Freitas.
And you are here listening. So, let's start things off. How you do, girl?
I'm alright. Yo, how you doing?
You know, I'm exhausted, but we are pushing through as per usual. But yeah, you know, came home from the gym today. Been working out recently, trying to get healthy because everyone in my office is super healthy. But yeah. How about you?
I am exhausted because it's that time of year where everything annoying happens in my job. So, you know, I keep a smile on my face and then I scream internally.
That's all you can do.
And I go to my friend's office and we vent even more, and that's pretty much it. So trying not to have a rough ass week, but you know, like May is mad disrespectful for no reason. So we out here.
Yep. But
yeah, we push on
over.
we carry on. So it's cool.
Yeah.
So are you ready to get into how the turns have tabled?
Oh my God. Yes. I saw this story when we were getting ready for the episode, and I got so excited because I love this one. How the turns have tabled. So this story actually was when I was a sophomore in college, and everybody went out to a hockey game while I was just chilling in the dorm. And my freshman year, actually, I didn't smoke weed at UNH because I was very terrified of, you know, New Hampshire marijuana laws. Like, they're fucking horrible. Like, Massachusetts used to be kind of hard on it, but New Hampshire had no fucking tolerance. So I didn't smoke weed at all until Cinco de Mayo with you and Camila. No, you, Kellen. Sammy. Remember we went to the Mills and we wanted to smoke there, and then we walked around?
Oh my God, yeah. But I thought you were talking about the first time you ever smoked, and I was like, this
No.
the first time.
The first time I smoked at UNH.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That was epic. That was a really epic day.
That was quite a day.
Also, before we get even further into this episode, I would just like to start by saying this episode's going to be about marijuana.
Marijuana.
So,
Blaze.
the devil's lettuce.
You know. Burn.
I'm trying to think of other names for weed, but I really can't.
Mary J.
Mary Jane, obviously.
Okay, we'll stop.
Reefer.
Because, you know,
It'll
people
just
are
keep
going to
coming.
start thinking we're not actually stoners. But, the story. So, everyone was out at this hockey game. And I decided, you know what? I have a joint. This is a good idea. Let me spark a fucking joint in my room. Because it was the first time I ever smoked a joint inside somewhere. So I didn't know that they stunk up everything.
Okay.
Because, you know, like a bowl, you could like take a hit and then just put it away. But a joint will stink forever. So
I never thought about that,
yeah,
honestly.
it's horrible, dude. I never thought about it until this.
Because, like, I smoke in my room all the time. Like, all the time. Mm-hmm. And it never really smells like weed.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
Joints, though.
Like blunts.
That's what the problem is.
Really? Joints?
I don't know what it was, but like it stunk up the whole room smelled. Like, I'd smoked in my room before that year, and like it didn't stink up as much as this. It stuck to everything in the room. It was also kind of warm. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like a warm day to be having a hockey game, but so I had all the windows open. I sprayed a bunch of like Febreze and stuff. Did not help.
Is it like February or March or January?
I really don't remember. I just remember it was like the
matters.
second semester of my sophomore year, and
I was February. Probably February.
Yeah, it was probably around that time, but it was like a good day.
Okay.
And then everyone's out, and
it was a good day.
It was until my roommate comes back from the hockey game, and I'm like high as fuck watching.
Wait, you smoked by yourself?
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah, I was just watching like meditation, hypnosis videos. Like, I was just so fucking high. And then my roommate runs into the room. He like bursts the door open, slams it shut. He's like, the whole floor smells like fucking weed. And I was like, oh my God, fuck, I'm gonna get arrested. Like, horrible
Sophomore
fucking.
year?
What?
Sophomore year?
Yeah, sophomore year.
Okay.
And so then I get to just the point of like, well, that's it. Like, I'm fucked. I'm just going to sit here and accept my arrest. And then my roommate's like, all right, I'm going to try to get them to steer away from our room, because I didn't even think about he would get in trouble. So then it was just like, oh, fuck, this isn't just me throwing my life
stupid.
away. Yeah, this was a horrible, horrible mistake. We learned. You live and learn, guys. Don't learn from me. Don't do this. So your roommates will hate you. And yeah, anyways. So all the RAs at this point are like pointing fingers at all the potheads on my floor.
Oh, wow.
And they get to my room. And everyone's saying, it's fucking Simon. Like, you know, it's just, they were just like, guys, come on. Like, and
Well, question, did you like put eye drops in and everything?
no, dude.
Didn't even spray the room,
I
like,
didn't.
you just
I
tie a
sprayed,
shit.
but like it just didn't help
And you
because
just, like,
I didn't
look
even put the
dehydrated and
yeah,
stoned.
the joint was in the fridge. Like, you know, it's like that's as much as I could put it away.
Were your eyes like heavy?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it was just
red,
all of it.
Red.
All of it.
Like it was bad.
Okay. This is before you had long hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was
Oh, so you
fall
looked
time.
innocent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
So everyone thought I was
wow.
innocent. All the RAs are just like, Simon doesn't smoke weed. And all these kids are like, oh, yeah, then where's half my stash? Like, you know, it's just like smoking this nigga up all fucking year.
Yeah, and
but,
they're just like, check the fridge.
So then,
But anyways.
right. So then they get across the hall and they're sniffing like the corners of doors for like people who weren't there. And then Justin had left because he was just like, fuck it, I ain't getting arrested for this. And I was like, you're smart, Justin. I should have fucking left, but I just sat there. And then they get to my room and I'm looking through the peephole having a panic attack and they just like point to it.
Yeah, and you're by yourself, right?
I'm all by myself.
Okay.
Everything smells. And it's just
Justin said,
Justin said, fuck it. He's smart. They point to my room. They look at each other. They shake their head no. And they just walk away.
oh,
And I
wow,
was just
you're
like,
fucking blessed.
They really think I'm that innocent.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
You said,
I
"I'm
really
not
fucked
that
up that
innocent."
baby,
Baby.
baby. How was I
Was
supposed to
to
know?
know?
Well, it was very obvious, Simon. You should have known.
Simon smoking weed.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
And then, this is how the turns have tabled. Month later, I get arrested for smoking in the fucking woods.
Yeah, but that was a fucked up situation.
Ugh. Fuck that. I'm happy. I'm back in Massachusetts where weed is legal. I know what I did, all right? Let me say what I want. It's a free state. It's not
But honestly, like, maybe that was a sign. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
I
a sign
really
from
should've
God
stopped.
being like, yo, my nigga, I'm going to give you this warning. I'm going to give you this pass. Like, this is your Passover right now. Yeah. And then if you fuck up again, your ass is getting arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really pushed it.
You're also the only black man in New Hampshire at this
True.
point. So.
You're right. There was like 3 of us, but you're right. Like,
Yeah. Well, as you say, there's more cows than black people, so.
dude, facts. Like, yeah, I couldn't count
literally.
the cows. I could count us blacks, but whatever.
Well, that was fucking funny.
It was quite a fucking year, but
Cool.
yeah. So,
Wow, you got arrested the same year?
dude, I got arrested.
I thought that was way later.
No, I got arrested. Oh, fuck. No, this must have been first semester because I got arrested the second weekend of second semester. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. It might have been the same time, but whatever.
It might have been like a week before then because I just remember it was like January 26th
Yeah.
or like we came back to school and then by February I was arrested. So, yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, Dad just recently told Mom that
I was there.
You
I
were
was
there?
That was fucking
I
hilarious.
was just like, you piece of shit. I've held this in for years.
Yeah. He was like, remember when Simon got arrested? I was like, nigga.
yeah. I was just like, this has been our secret. Like, we
Bro,
had
this was the one thing we had. It has not been enough
And then
time.
Mom's just like, what? And she didn't
she wasn't
react
even mad,
like,
though.
at
She wasn't
all.
even mad. Yeah.
Oh, that caught me off guard. But it
Yeah,
was
none
also
of us
just
were ready
like,
for that. We were just like, are you dead ass?
Yeah, but I guess since I graduated college, like, you know, Mom was
Yeah.
just kind of like, well, he's not going to get kicked out of college. Like, you know, it's like,
True.
yeah,
'Cause you're with them, so.
I am adult. But
Adulting. All right. Anywho, that was how the turns have tabled. Now we're going to move on to Ribbit, which is originally random people in the streets.
yeah.
Pero we decided not to talk to random people. We decided to interview my 2 best friends, aka the Migas, aka Kellen Martins, nurse by day, Kellen by night, and Camila Marrochilovs DaSilva,
The wifey.
my wife from 5th grade,
Yeah.
July 20th
Ooh.
2005.
You got the date?
That's my bitch.
Good
yes.
for you.
We're celebrating our 14th anniversary this
Aww.
summer. Anywho, security guard by day, my wife by night.
Badass bitch.
Those are my two gals. We interviewed them, asking them some questions of their experiences with marijuana.
So our easy question: do you use cannabis? Yes, no, and why?
Yes, I do. Smoke weed. Yep. Thank you. And why? Why? It's been changing. Like, usually it's been like social groups, like all of our friends fucking smoke. Now I've been smoking after work at night, just to release some fucking stress. That's why.
Awesome. Have you ever got caught?
No, just leave it there.
Yeah. Have you ever got caught? Like,
Yeah. I got caught several times. Every single time though, I've lied good enough to make my mom believe that it's been my friends outside, or that I'm holding weed for a certain friend. She's like, you need to get new friends. But never have I actually came out to her and be like, I smoke weed, Mom. I haven't said that to her yet.
Yeah. So, you just said your family doesn't know. So how does your family feel about weed?
My mom specifically, or just like my whole family, weed is basically like fucking crack cocaine for them. It is the like bottom street drug that you can use to like throw away your whole fucking life. Like it's seen very negatively. Even in Brazil, it's like that too. So.
could you also just kind of like go into more depth of like what your background is, like ethnicity and racially and socially, economically, like just kind of like your story a little bit?
So I come from a Brazilian culture. Very, very like old fashioned, not like Americanized Brazilian, just like super old fashioned. First immigrant kind of parents, generation here. So they still kind of carry that culture of like that stigma of back in Brazil, the kids who smoke weed, and like, you know, going there a couple of like summers, you can see the kids that like was in the street, and the kind of, it would be weed that they would be smoking. It wasn't like, they don't even have enough money to like get any like other crazier drugs, you know, so it would be like weed that they would settle. So I guess I can see why they, you know, get that image of like street kids, nothing going on with their life, and kind of like base that on like the cannabis habit, you know. So it's hard to wake them up from that, and that's like the kind of stigma they carry on with weed. So that's basically why it's so fucking hard to say that out loud to them, you know, because they're gonna judge you no matter what. Like college accomplishments, all your fucking accomplishments gets taken away once you say, oh, Mom, I smoke weed. You know, it's insane. It's horrible. So yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. So that was Kellen. What do you think about what she said?
Well, I grew up with this woman, so I totally understand. And I like the whole time she was talking, I was just imagining every single time that like her mom has almost caught her. And yeah, oh my God, no, for real. Like, and she's 100% like, I just thought it was interesting the way that she was saying like it's seen as equivalently as bad as crack.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing in the Ethiopian community. You know what I mean? It's like if you smoke cigarettes or if you smoke weed, like
just being a smoker,
equivalent to crack. Whereas if like it's chat, it's like
chat is not drug,
which is literally equivalent to cocaine, maybe worse.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting how it's intersectional across like you know, all foreign
perspectives.
Yeah.
It's
cultures
just
in general.
Yeah.
But I wonder why. Like, I don't know where that stems from. You know, like where does that stigma start? Like, I'm really curious.
I mean, I kind of understand how Americans would see it because, you know, the whole war on drugs. But I don't know what starts other cultures to like, you know, like have that ideology. Like
That might be better. Like, that might be interesting research just to find out, like, why do these cultures think that? Because, like, at least with, like, America, we know with, like, Puritans, and it came down to, like, what's it called? The temperance movement with, like, alcohol. Like, you know, it's, like, kind of in the Bible, like,
Yeah.
drinking wine excessively, you know what I mean? Or anything not in moderation is bad for you, right? So, I mean, you could say it's a religious thing, but also it's like it doesn't say marijuana in the Bible, so it's like, where the fuck does that come from?
Especially because it's just a fucking plant. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know where that comes from. It would be interesting if anyone who is an expert would like to share more information, and then like let us know. Hit us up in the emails, thefreydesteffect@gmail.com. And maybe we'll share it on our next episode if you have any more information. That would be really interesting. Yeah, or maybe we can follow up with y'all.
Yeah.
We'll see. Depends.
Bring it up in another week.
We don't want to make empty promises. But, all right, so now we're going to share Camila's interview.
Camila.
Alrighty, Rue. So, we are sitting here with... Wait. Yes! Okay, cool. So we are sitting here with Camila, the realist, the wifey of Azeb Freitas. And the first question is for do you use cannabis? Wow, cannabis. Words are hard. Yes, no, and why?
I do not. I don't even smoke, honestly. So, yeah.
So, why would you say that you do not?
Honestly, my body doesn't like react to weed in general like really, really well. I get like super sick and nauseous. Like even on you guys' Ethiopian Christmas when I had like an edible, I like puked and I went home and I fell asleep and I was still high the next morning.
Alrighty.
Okay, cool. So have you ever smoked before though?
Yes, I have. The first time I smoked was like in high school, and I was in a room with like Mary Liz, Lorenzo, and one other person, and like we were in the living room. It was dark, and I tried it, and it wasn't bad, but I stopped for a little bit in college, and then when I started again after college, my body just wasn't like reacting the same.
So would you say that you're like against it, or you just like don't like to like smoke it? Like, what are your thoughts on like other people smoking it or like using it?
Honestly, I'm not against it. I really don't care. I mean, for my significant other, like if you smoke, I don't care. Just brush your teeth before you kiss me. But I'm not against that at all.
Cool, good to know.
So, how does like your family feel about weed and like using it for whatever reasons?
Okay, well, my mom completely against it. I'll tell you that right now. Completely. Like, don't even bring it up. You can't smell like it. She'll have like a stroke. But obviously my brother and my sister have tried it. They don't really care for it. So, but, oh, my dad used to smoke weed when he was younger, but it's whatever for him. My dad's super laid back.
All right, so like, what's your parents' like cultural backgrounds?
So my dad's from Brazil. Both of my parents are from Brazil. My mom was like in like the rich, well, not really. Yeah, rich part of Brazil kind of, and my dad was like from the hood. So those two cultures together, it was like, it's kind of cool. I'm more like my dad. My sister's more like my mom, and then my brother's like in between. So it's kind of cool, like the amount of like different personalities we have just from them.
So have you ever like, does like your mom and dad know that you've ever smoked weed? Like, have you ever got caught, or like, you know, like what's your situation there?
Hell no. There has never been one time where like my parents have ever questioned me. I usually just do it when they're not there, or like my mom is kind of gullible. Like she'll think like it's just like, I don't know. My mom wouldn't even know. Like she's never caught me. My dad's never caught me. I'm pretty secretive with my shit, so they never know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah.
Cool. Okay, I think that might be all of our questions. Let me just look one more time. So they don't know? So they don't know, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, so that was Camila's interview. Simon, what did you think about that?
So until today, I completely forgot that Camila said she doesn't smoke. Mm-hmm. Like that totally, I was just, because even I was thinking before we recorded the episode, I was like, oh, we should have interviewed someone who doesn't smoke. But we got her. And like, I really loved her perspective because she used to smoke and then she stopped. And then, you know, like her body started reacting to it differently because that's so real. And that's something that you don't really think about with if someone was a pothead or if someone, just even like if someone does smoke weed occasionally, like your body does react differently depending on like the situation, you know, your living situation, depending on the stress, your, you know, if you're working, if you're in school, like it's all about like your mental space and like your health. Like there's so many factors that go into it. And I'm like, I was really happy that she brought that up.
I thought, you know, it's really interesting for me because, you know, these are my two best friends. Like, I grew up with them.
I mean, you live with them.
And I live with them.
Yeah.
And anytime that, like, we smoke and Camilla's like, I'll smoke, we're just like, yeah!
Well, I just assumed that the three of you, like, smoked all the fucking time. Well, because,
but it's not like once we start smoking, Camilla leaves the room. Like, she stays with us. You know what I mean? It's not like that. But
I mean, like,
we totally understand.
We do like hookah, so like I just kind of see like, oh, if you do hookah, then you smoke whatever.
Of hookah, so like we let her do that. But also, I thought it was cool to even just hear how, like, you know, especially because they're both Brazilian, and they have like similar growing up experiences. But like as like a person who doesn't smoke for certain reasons and a person who like does smoke for other reasons, you know, like it's not like Kellen's smoking aimlessly. You know what I mean? Like her intentions are to like stress relief. Yeah. Right. Whereas, or socially, whereas like Camilla's reasons why she doesn't smoke is because like she literally physically just doesn't feel well. Yeah. Whereas like if she did, she probably would, you know? But it's not even the idea of smoking. It's the use of marijuana and like why we use it. And, I just thought it was cool to get their perspectives, even though, you know, even their families come from different backgrounds too. Like I know that like Kellen's mom is from Minas, which is like more of the like countryside of Brazil, whereas like Camilla's parents are from different ends, right? Like how she mentioned. And you know, even the impact of their parents' lives, or of their parents being in their life, you know, of how that can be an effect. You know, growing up in a 2-parent household, growing up in a divorced household, growing up in a single-parent household. Yep. How no matter what, at the end of the day, the mom from these two situations is super fucking against it. And I know that both of them are super religious. So then I'm like, okay, is it a religious thing? Like, where is this coming from? You know?
I mean, it might...
even our mom was super against it.
Yeah.
But then, you know, all of us had like a whole like intervention about it, you know?
But I feel like it's just kind of, it's seen as a drug, and all drugs are seen as bad and going to kill you eventually. Right. And also because, you know, the main way that people use marijuana is smoking. And so like smoking is always seen as like, this is the slow killer. Like no matter what, like this is not good for you. Like, you know, it's just, it never has like a positive light unless you actually look for it. Like, it's always fed around as, oh, this is a, you know, like a Title I drug, Class A, whatever the fuck people say, like just to make it sound scary. And just, you know, as soon as that gets like passed along, like one person tells 2 people and it's just the fucking whatever that effect is called. But I don't know, fuck that. Like it does so much more fucking good than harm. Like it, and also I don't know. I don't get how like religion and weed are like separated so much, because actually like a lot of like spirituality comes out of like knowing yourself and like being at peace with yourself, and marijuana helps you do that.
Well, you could also be a spiritual person and a religious person. Those two things are different, you know? Yeah. Like being someone who is like, even, you know, if you described yourself as I'm religious, people are going to assume, okay, you're affiliated with a religion. Whereas if you say I'm spiritual, that means like you're not really attached to any kind of particular religion, but you're in touch with your spirituality. And also, you know, it's like the same thing as people who are like people who go to church or whatever. And then people who are like, well, I pray on my own terms and I don't go to a physical place or organized service, right? Or people who claim a religion, but only show up on Christmas and Easter
Yep.
or whatever holiday, right?
Yeah.
And sorry to be speaking from a strictly like Christian perspective, but I'm just speaking on my experience because I don't want to speak on anybody else's religion that I don't really have enough information to back up on.
Yep.
I just wanted to recognize that I know that I'm speaking from a Christian perspective and that it's not as inclusive as it could be to other religions of people who may be listening.
I mean, we haven't explored them, so
yeah. I don't want to say anything wrong or anything. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is that like from at least what I can speak on is that like, you know, there's a difference between those two things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, let's get to the nitty gritty. Yeah. We finna talk about our main segment, how to deal with your family while being a marijuana user. Mm-hmm. Or even just drugs in general. But I mean, because today is about weed, we're going to talk about weed. Yeah. Simon, would you like to kick us off?
I know one thing that I've been experiencing a lot since coming back from college is, you know, we live in a Cambridge Housing Authority apartment. And so there's rules.
Oh, so you're just going to put your whole shit on blast. Like
me.
The government's going to hear you, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say
You said I'm located at...
Hey, none of that. Well, I didn't say which number or where. Like, if it's an actual apartment, what it looks like, if it's a box, who knows?
The Willy Wonka factory.
So... but there's rules to living here, and so you can't smoke on the premises at all. It's not even just like you can't smoke in the apartment. You can't be like on the property. Mm-hmm. And so that's rough because coming from an apartment where no one gave a shit, like it's an adjustment. And also coming from college when I had my own apartment and all, you know, like I lived with Henry and he and I were humongous stoners and we could just smoke whenever the fuck we want. Like it's really an adjustment. Like I've been, I switched over to like vaping a lot more because it doesn't smell. And then also because mom gets like quote unquote headaches, but I feel like that's just like her stress manifesting into something so that she has a reason to tell me to stop instead of just having a hard conversation, but whatever. Sorry, I went into social work mode and not bitch, but I love you. Yeah. So,
well, so I have a question for you then. So like, nobody ever really talks about that transition between college and going back home. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's interesting to think of your situation of going from, you know, being at a big university, big public institution that's historically known as a party school, mostly white population, and, you know, you as a minority, and finding like your homies who like you can smoke with, right? Mm-hmm. And then coming back into the city, in your apartment where I don't even live there anymore. Mm-hmm. Now it's just you and them three. And then moving from that space, which was like a safe space for you to smoke and like do your thing to deal with the stress of that. Mm-hmm. And then moving to this situation, which is like a housing situation with a lot of strict rules about that.
Yeah.
It's interesting that like you choose vaping, which is like another alternative of smoking, which doesn't necessarily have like psychological effects on your brain, right? To like relieve stress. Like how does, like, you know what I mean? It makes me question like, what is your intentions of smoking? Or like, do you just do it because it's a habit at this point?
I mean, I definitely don't, I can find myself doing it at points because it's a habit. But recently I've just recognized like, okay, I've smoked way too fucking much.
Right.
And
but like, do you ever think, cause you know, we grew up in like a school system where the health program was like probably one of the best health programs in the country, and you know we were very aware of the impacts of smoking and cigarettes and like the impacts of that on your life expectancy and on your lungs. Mm-hmm. So like when you choose, like at least for us, we justify smoking weed as like, oh okay, like it's just weed, it's not as bad as cigarettes. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you choose to replace weed with vaping and juuling and smoking cigarettes are like pretty much equivalent, right?
No.
No?
So they're definitely not like, I don't know. There's a lot of give and take. Oop. Sorry, Mike. So there's a lot of give and take with what you decide to smoke from and what you decide to use. Because when I vape, I don't feel as much of a burn in my throat as when I smoke actual weed.
Okay.
But I don't get as high. Like, it's like it takes
Right.
more, and I feel like it's just, I don't know what's really more worth it.
But it doesn't get you high, right?
It does. I get high off vape.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you? Is
It's
that
not
supposed
CBD,
to happen?
it's THC.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about like, yo, you vape, bro. Like,
No,
not even
not
like
vape.
Oh, you
vape,
should have
like-
said like a weed
No,
pen.
weed-
Okay.
yeah, like a
Oh yeah,
dab
no,
pen.
that shit is totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that. Please. Oh my God, no. So there's different occasions for those things. I was talking about like a literal vape, like not a
literal
weed
vaping
pen.
is just kind of like, I
'Cause
don't know.
see you doing that. That's what
like-
I'm saying.
I like to work on like smoke tricks for like when I do like hookah and stuff. So like working on O's.
Okay, I thought you were saying you replaced marijuana with that. and I
hell
was like,
no.
that's not a fucking equivalent thing. Okay.
But
Yeah.
you reminded me of something. I lost it.
I'm so sorry.
Um.
Weed tricks, hookah.
Oh, so I was gonna because you reminded me when you were talking about the transition. There's a lot of moving parts. Like there's a lot
Okay.
of like I come back from a state that it's recently decriminalized, but it's not even close to legal on a college campus. But it's super not okay with the state, but it's okay if you're in your apartment. And now I'm here where
Yeah.
it's totally okay with the state,
Yeah.
but it's not okay in my apartment. Like, it's like...
Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
like,
get you. That
was the
versa.
big
Uh-huh.
switch when I came back. And it's just like, fuck.
Right. Because it's not even federally now. It's just literally because
Yeah.
of
And
the
ever
city.
since I've gotten arrested, I've had like PTSD to smoke outside. Like, I just don't feel safe anywhere. And I've,
Well, it's also
I
like
used to be
not
in
legal to
Tiza.
smoke outside, so...
What?
It's not legal to
No,
smoke outside anyways.
But ever since I was in Tiza, I learned like it's worse to smoke around like in a park, within 100 feet of a park, and within 300 feet of a school or something like that. It's like one of those numbers.
Okay.
And I live next to a park, so I have to walk the fuck away from a park if I want to smoke. But even I was having this conversation with my friends, like the best place for me to smoke is on the street because, I guess that's quote unquote the safest, but that's not fucking safe. Like,
Well, like
and
a-
I
like
don't
a
feel
smoke
safe
walk.
doing it.
Like a smoke walk, though.
Yeah. And also, like, so I figured out a way of, like, I'm walking down a street that's a one-way going against the cars coming, so I can always see a car coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn onto another street that's a one-way that's the same situation. And it's just, I figure out ways of, like, making it feel safe for myself, but it also forces me to limit myself, so I'm not just being like, all right, I'm doing this because I had a fucking long day at work and everything hurts and I just need, like, a couple hits instead of, oh, well, no one's home and I'm bored. And I want to watch Netflix. Like, it's just,
Exactly.
yeah, it's a big difference.
Okay. Cool. Okay, do you want to go down this rabbit hole of talking about the difference between smoking a J and smoking a blunt and smoking a bowl and hitting a weed pen? Like the high that you get from that? Or do we want to get
yes.
back to this fucking topic?
Let's go into it a little bit.
Okay.
So the way
Because I feel like it's important
Yeah.
to talk about the differences amongst all of those things. Yeah.
So you and I feel like we have similar experiences with tobacco, where it's just not that great for us. Like,
No,
it's
fuck
like
that, dude.
we just get
I'm
sick.
sorry, y'all. Like,
Yeah, it's
I'm not
just
trying to get cancer.
I mean, that's
I
what,
mean, I
although
know
it's also
anything
like,
can-
I think it's a gene or something Dad passed down to us.
That's a
of, like-
thing?
well, he like throws up anytime he smokes tobacco.
I get a huge headache.
Yeah, same. I get a headache. My stomach hurts. I just want to
I
go
get
to
really
sleep.
fucking annoying. Like,
Yeah.
I get mad. Like, I get fucking mad. No, like, seriously.
Totally
There was
fucking
one
mad.
time where, like, somebody mixed weed and tobacco in a joint, and I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
Yep.
And they were just like, oh, there's tobacco. I was like, why wouldn't you fucking tell me? Like, I was pissed, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just like, first of all, I don't know what the fuck you're putting in my body. I
Yep.
thought this was just weed. And it's
Yeah.
also like, you can't just assume I'm fucking okay with that.
Although that's what people do when they're like a stoner and they smoke spliffs all the time.
Right, I'm
Spliff
just like,
is
yo, what the
weed
fuck,
and
man?
tobacco in a rolled.
Because it's like, I like to know what the hell I'm putting in my body at all times.
Yeah.
So like, hello for
Yeah.
for those reasons, because like I don't fucking respond well to
Yep.
tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you just brought up that's a spliff. I
Okay.
think a spliff can be rolled in a joint or a blunt.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a blunt wrap so there's joint paper, which
Yeah.
is just burnable, like, rolling paper. There's blunt wraps, which is tobacco rolling paper. And then there's, which you can either cut off a cigar and throw away the tobacco, use the tobacco as a spliff, whatever the fuck you want to do, or literally just go out and buy it. There's smoking a bowl, which I feel like hurts the most.
Really?
I feel like smoking a
Little
bowl
Mama never
the
hurts
most.
me.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like it's just because it's such a direct hit instead of
Well,
like
your shit's like painful.
well, Little Dicky's a fucking huge nigga, so like we're not fucking with
Well,
it.
Mama would never.
But I feel like I love bongs. I feel like just
Bongs
because
are scary sometimes.
they're scary because they hit so much, but just like you can with the water, I feel like it's so I don't know. It's more
like
relaxed.
fun if it's just you and some friends.
Yeah, if you're just like hanging out and you're there, if it's a social kind of thing, but like. If I smoke a bong by myself, then I just want to go night. Like that's that's it. Say goodbye.
Okay, and then what else do we have on deck?
I have the glunt, but that's special. The glass blunt.
Oh, the glass blunt.
Yeah,
yes, that's a fun time.
Well, they're coming out with a lot of shit recently.
Yeah.
That's just
That one's cool though.
new.
Or like a one hitter. Like I have one of those.
Yeah.
That shit. Wow.
Or like a
smacks.
bubbler, where it's like a bowl that has water in it.
Oh, I've never seen any of those.
Mm-hmm.
Or what's the one? Jeff has one. It's like a glass filter. Like you roll it, like you can roll like a joint and then like have a glass filter. Beautiful.
Oh.
It's fucking different. It's so beautiful.
Wow.
And
then oh fuck, you ever see that meme that's like it shows like that what the fuck is that game? It's like Rat Trap or Mouse Trap, right?
No,
Where
I don't know.
You don't know that game where it's like a giant intricate like system of like pulleys and shit like that and
yeah.
water, and then it's just like this is the shit white people be smoking at because it's always like a giant fucking bong with all these extensions like.
No, there's some.
Because I've gone to some people's houses and that's what I'm fucking smoking at. It's like, and you pull this for the carb and you move it here and you light over here.
So
I'm
much
like,
work.
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
what the fuck y'all doing? There's another form of smoking. I mean, obviously blunts, but like I'm not a person who rolls, so like I'm not even gonna start to talk about like the difference between Frontos and like fucking cigarillos. Like I don't even know if I'm saying anything right. So yeah. And that was funny because I remember like when I was in high school and like I would like talk to people and like they'd be like, oh, like you smoke but you don't know how to roll, and I was like, my logic was always like, if I knew how to roll, that makes me a pothead. So I would always find alternate ways to smoke. Hashtag OG shit. Water bottle.
Yo.
Or an apple.
Which
was fun, but most of the time a water bottle.
Water bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time I smoked with you? Yeah, you brought it up. When it was Lila's birthday, right?
It was.
We went to Old Country Buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were walking and you thought the grass was going to explode.
But what I was going to say was we left Old Country Buffet and y'all got a Pepsi at a convenience store. And I was just like, guys, why are we at a fucking convenience store? I thought we were going to go smoke for the first time. I'm like, this is bullshit. And I'm like a little 14-year-old me being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like passing this Pepsi around. And then you were all like, Simon, do you want the rest of this? And I was like, no, I bet you spit in it. I don't want to do it. No. And then you were like, Simon, please just chug this. Like, we just don't want it. And it's just like, no. And then y'all dump it on the side. And I was like, oh. No, fuck, I should have just drank. And then you started like, everyone started like, burning a hole in the side, putting the aluminum on the top. And I was just like, like it was just, the moment fucking hit. And then, yeah.
Good
then I got
times.
high for the first time.
Good time.
We walked home. Was Abby there? I think Abby
I
was
feel like he was.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Because then I remember we got home and then I was hanging out with you and Abby and it was like an hour later and I was like, I don't think I'm.
You were
anymore.
so lit. That was so much fun.
But I
we were
definitely
so
was.
young too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We were like 13.
I was 14, so you must have been
I was
16.
like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Still, I just remember that like I was 10.
Yeah. We were really
Jesus.
young.
Wow, we're old as shit. Well,
And then
not
there's
really,
peop-
but whatever. No, what?
I was gonna say, and then there's people that like don't start smoking or even
Then
drinking
there's
or
people
anything till like
until
college.
college, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But I'm also like,
It's
you know,
also-
that's your
It's
the way
better
you
for
grew
your
up. and
lungs.
whatever.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But what was your first time smoking?
Let's see. I was definitely. It was like 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
It was back in the day when I was friends with people we don't talk about anymore.
Bye.
And we were in her attic, and it was a weird ass attic though. But we were like smoking out of a bowl. I think it was like me and her and the other person that we don't really talk about anymore. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not saying their names.
Okay.
And so we were smoking, and then there was this dead bee that was on the ground, and we were freaking the fuck out because we thought it was alive. And then we went inside, and then we ordered from Main Street House of Pizza, and they knew we were fucking blasted. So like they came up and they saw us, and they were like, "You niggas are high as shit," and we were just like, "Hey, thanks for the pizza." And then we were just like listening to music and just like talking about stupid shit. And then like I just remember like watching some like Korean dramas or some shit and then going to sleep. But that was like back when I could count how many times I've smoked. I think I probably lost count because I remember I took a break. Let me think. Sophomore year was like stoner phase of my life. And then, but it was like the greatest fucking year ever because I was a very angry sophomore. I don't know how I did track that year and was actually really good.
Wow.
And honor roll. So all I'm saying is like that shit is a stigma of like people who fucking smoke weed and like are seen as like ain't shit niggas. Yeah. So I remember I took a break for like 2 years because I was like dating homeboy, and then we broke up and he became a stoner and I was like, okay, word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, now it's just kind of like a casual thing. Like it's not like once in a while, but it's like kind of like what Kellen was saying. Like if I feel like, oh, okay, this week I'll just like pick up from somebody and I'll have like an eighth for whatever. And then if I don't have it, I don't have it. You know what I mean? It's not like I fiend for it.
Yeah.
Right. But I never got caught, but I definitely, when I reflect back at like the way that I used to cover it up, it was very obvious. But mom and dad never said anything because they were always just like, whatever, this bitch is still getting A's, so like we're not gonna bother her.
Yeah.
But there were definitely times where like I definitely knew that they knew, and I was like, this is awkward, because mom would be like, why the fuck are you burning a candle and the windows are open and all your friends are here and Loki looks like there's like smoke in here, and then I'd be like, we gotta go, and then we But it sucks because we always blame everything on Lila, and Lila doesn't even smoke anymore. So like, so like whatever.
Oh my god.
But yeah, let's take a look at some of these questions.
That's funny. I became a huge stoner No, I was a huge
sophomore year of high school, by the way, not college.
Yeah, that's what
college. I was on my shit. Like I didn't even think about weed. Like college, I was just like, weed who?
I think
unless I went home, but like that's different.
It was either freshman or sophomore year, but I smoked with Amanda like every fucking day.
Of high school?
I remember freshman year, I smoked with her a lot. No, freshman year, I think she was dating that piece of shit Worms, and I don't give a fuck. Find me. But like he. Like, I don't remember, like, her, I never saw her because, you know, like, he was a horrible boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then I went to, I did band, and then her and I would just, like, hang out, watch SVU, smoke a shit ton. Like, yeah, I think that was sophomore year of high school, so you and I got really stonery, like, around the same point.
Good times.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, we do have a couple questions that's, like, how does our family feel about it? I mean, like, right now times have changed, you know, like.
I mean, dad's a stoner. Like,
I mean, yeah, like.
So.
Also, like, used to be Rasta, so like totally different. Also, like even with his dad, like, you know what I mean? Like, he grew weed, and Uncle Johnny. Oh shit.
Fucking Papa. My favorite story with Papa and weed is when he was it like
it was like Thanksgiving, right?
Huh?
The Thanksgiving situation?
Yeah, when he had his weed in like a container that looked like with all the like seasoning and stuff, and then Nani was taking all the seasonings and like putting it on the turkey, and she just rubbed a shit ton of weed on it, and then everyone fucking got high as dick, and then Nani's like, "What the fuck, John?" Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, shit. Mad funny. Everybody had the itis that day, I guess. I don't remember that, but it definitely happened.
I don't think we were there. I think it was
we
before
were there. We were just babies. Yeah, she said we were there.
Oh.
I think so. I mean, we could fact check, but whatever. Yeah, so I mean, I guess on dad's side, it's not that really much of a big deal, but it's also like they're gonna talk shit about you anyways.
Yeah.
So, like whatever. And then, but our immediate family, we are definitely in a much different situation than most folks. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think, like, because Ethiopians, you know, like, they don't care. I mean, they care, but they don't. They care a lot, but they don't care enough to, like, come find you smoking fucking weed and, like, antagonize you for it. Like, you know, it's like they're just passive aggressively and then talk shit about everything.
I think it's because of this idea that, like, everybody's kid is the perfect kid. Like, my son went to this school and like gets these grades, and like there's no way that they smoke weed, and even if they do smoke weed, I'm gonna deny it and pretend like they don't. You know what I mean? For example, like Kellen's situation with her mom of just like so obvious, like shit will be in plain sight, so obvious, but she'll just be like, no, that's not what I think it is. But if she realizes it is, she's gonna beat the shit out of her. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of maybe the most case for, like, I don't know, people in our realm at least.
I mean, when Mom used to find my weed, she used to think it was bird seeds, and then she would sniff it. She did this multiple times, like where she'd call me and be like, I thought you had bird seeds, and I'm like, you should figure it out at this point. Like, but and then she'd throw it away. But yeah, they care, but like I don't know. She never really confronted me about it unless I was in the middle of the act and the whole house smelled like weed.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know?
I think it's different when it's like you're smoking in the house versus they found your weed.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, what do you do? I think they just throw it out.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, they just throw it out.
So, do you want to hear the new quote from my high quote book?
Oh my God. First of all, talk about your book.
Okay.
Even though it's not published yet. Please, no one fucking take this shit.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
copyright and steal this.
Do I have to copyright the name before this episode?
I mean, now you have no choice. Now
I'm not saying the name.
Okay.
But we're gonna have a book and it's about stoners. That's all I'm gonna give you guys. Find me on no, I'm not gonna give you the name until I copyright the book. I'm gonna have to copyright this. Fuck. Anyway, so I have a book, and it's all high quotes from any point in life, whether I'm high, someone else is high. It's just someone has to be fucking high, and they say the quote, and then it goes in the fucking book if it tickles my fancy. And this past weekend, I was hanging out with, the Shady Bunch, Sarah and Alex and Sarah's fiance and Sarah's future roommate, Deidre. And we're all just like walking, my safe walk down the street, and then all the fuck around. And then we went down this bike path because I really liked this bike path. And I was already really high at this point. And so I'm high as dick. And I look over and I see, and Azeb doesn't know this story. So this is a real time. I look over, I see what I think is a tent in a front yard with a bunch of children.
What did you do?
So wait. So I go up to Alex and I'm like, hey, I said, we could pretend to be monsters for these children in a tent.
You fucking weird.
No, wait, that's a car. I'm way too high.
Wait, you saw a car parked in somebody's
garage? There was just a parked car in a driveway.
You're fucking stupid.
Oh my fucking God.
You are so dumb.
It was so stupid.
Wow, what kind of shit was that?
And then I looked and I was like, there's not even a picket fence. Like, it's like this driveway is not what it looked like 10 seconds ago.
Honestly though, like, you want to hear my like the dumbest high story ever of all time. I don't know, maybe you do or do not know this story, but this is fucking hilarious. Okay, so do you think you know which one I'm going to talk about?
I don't know.
Okay, so I think we were in high school. It was like me and Lila and Kellen and our friend Cassandra, and Rutty was babysitting us. I don't think you were there for some reason. I don't know where you were. I think Mom and Dad were like out with Membi and Fisum at like some like casino thing. So Rutty's like making us pasta, and we're in my room and we're smoking, and we're like high as fuck. Like, this is back in the like. Me and Kellen always call it like the 8th grade weed, like, because that was like when shit was prime. Like, that was like the best weed I've ever smoked ever. So like, we're high as shit. The lights are off in my room, but there's like the TV is on, so there's like that like fluorescent light. And Kellen or somebody was like, "Yo, put your face in this pillow," and we were like, "Why?" And they were like, "It looks like outer space." So then like we would put our face in the pillow and be like, "Oh my God, I'm in space!" And like we'd all be freaking out. And we're like, "Everyone put your face in the pillow." I was like, "Yo, like, we're fucking dumb." Like, when you close your eyes and it kind of like looks a little like white and black and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, we thought we were in fucking space.
Jesus Christ.
It was hilarious. So fucking
That's
weird.
great.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Good
Oh, shit.
times. Okay. Well, I mean, to get back on fucking track,
I mean, that was a track.
we could talk about like advice of how to navigate this conversation with your
Yeah.
family. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like, I mean, I know things that we've done other than for the fact that like dad is an open advocate for it and is always playing weed documentaries in front of mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, we always like say like why. And I've also done like research projects for class
Yeah.
and showed her my shit being like reasons why marijuana is like not the stigma. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like, you know, people who are in the hospital that like need it for reasons or whatever.
Mhm.
And like just everything that we've already listed, like stress or just like, you know, just socially, like how alcohol is used.
Yeah.
And then even comparing it to alcohol and like how it's completely fucking different, you
Yep.
know?
It's just, it's insane how
Yeah.
people can see alcohol and just say, yeah, that's totally fine, but this fucking plant isn't. Like,
Even like
you
driving, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's not.
you can't overdose from fucking weed.
Facts.
If you're too high and you're driving, then, you know, like, yeah, it's not safe. But, like, when you get to a certain point of, like, too fucking high, you
you
don't
know
get
to
behind the
stop.
wheel of a fucking car. Like, most of the time,
Yeah.
you just fall the fuck asleep. Like, and obviously, if you're behind the wheel and you're falling the fuck asleep, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just, there's so many different, like, levels of, like...
Our bodies also physically have THC receptors,
Mm-hmm.
which is what prevents us from overdosing on marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have ways that our brains receive cannabinoids. Hashtag
word.
biology. Cannabinoid.
I'm proud of you.
I'm pretty sure I'm not saying it right, but it's okay.
Cannabinoid. Cannabinoid. Who knows? I just said it 3. But yeah, I mean, the way that we handled the conversation was,
I mean, it's an ongoing conversation, like to
It
this
is.
day, you know.
yeah, but like the talk, like, you know, like
Yeah.
the one that kind of got mom off of like the freaking out all the time around weed was,
Yeah.
it was before I became an RA, or it was when I was turning into an RA. I don't know. It was a bit before I went for training.
Yeah.
And mind you, I got hired as an RA. Like, my RA interview was the day after I got arrested. So, like, while I was in the interview, they said, like, at the end, they were like, oh, so do you have any questions? I was like, if I got arrested last night?
You fucking idiot.
Yeah. And they were like, Simon. I was like, I know, right?
Oh, God.
But I guess I'm just not great. Sorry, I'll stop sucking my own dick. So, anyway, the convo. Mom got really worried about, like, me smoking weed at college and losing my RA position. And just, you know, because there's so much fucking scholarship.
Yeah.
And then and dad even fucking came at me about it just because he didn't want to have the conversation anymore. Like, he was just kind of sitting there pissed off that we were talking about it. And he was just kind of like, well, blah, blah, blah. And when you're smoking weed in your room and you got arrested. And I was just like, ow. And I almost was like, again, but I didn't want to fucking do it because secrets. But we basically just kind of said how, like, yeah, I smoke a shit ton of weed here because it's Massachusetts. Like, you know, it's like when I go to college, I know what the fuck I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say at that point, like, because I got fucking arrested.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to figure out when you're in these different states and these different places with different laws, like, how to work around them,
Yeah,
or if it's
I mean,
worth it to work around
Even
them.
when like we go on vacation, like I remember when me and Kellen and Camila and Tori, we were like road tripping to Myrtle Beach, and we were like, okay, wait, what are the rules on like marijuana there? Like if we're carrying, like what are the laws? So it's kind of like, first of all, know your fucking laws, know where you are.
Yup.
Like just be aware, period. So like at the end of the day, even with your parents, it's just like if you're going to have this discussion, if you're going to have this debate, or if you're going to back yourself up, know your facts, you know, just like go online, do your fucking research real quick, memorize that shit and spit them.
Yeah.
Because they can't fight the facts. The facts are facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
'Cause
it.
as much as they want to believe something that they've been told, if
Yeah,
they
it's like,
don't know
hello,
it's a fact, like, you know,
fucking-
like if you can cite your fucking sources on this shit,
Deadass,
then go
cite
ahead
your
and fucking
sources.
do it, because you can't fight that shit. Ain't fake news.
Nope, not here.
Not today.
Yeah.
Satan. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to change everybody's mind. You know what I mean? You're not going to change everybody's stance on where they stand on marijuana. But it's like you have to be firm in your decision of like why you do it, and like, you know, also just explaining like this is how I live my life, and it's not because I'm a lazy couch potato.
And you
You
don't
know?
always need to make excuses for it.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
no excuse. Sometimes you
Like,
just smoke to
You
smoke.
can just fucking be you and do it, because how many times do people see people at a bar and just randomly go up to them and go, "Hey, why are you drinking?" Like, the fuck? Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
a weird
that's
ass
never gonna fucking happen. So,
Excuse me, sir.
excuse me, do you know that's bad for you?
Yeah.
It was illegal in 1920
Yeah.
or something. Before that, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it would be weird.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right, well, I think that's all that I got. Do you have any like announcements to share?
Well, I just want to say about smoking weed, because, you know, we have been talking a lot about like the good things about it, and there are definitely bad parts of it, like where you don't get addicted to weed. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like you go through withdrawal when you don't smoke
It's a
weed.
mindset.
But it's definitely
It's
a
your
habit.
mental.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like if you, to break any habit, like overeating, like to start getting into working out, to, you know, to start smoking weed, to stop smoking weed, like you got to try it, and you got to like, well, not getting into smoking weed. Usually that's pretty easy to fucking get into, but getting out of it, it's hard, because you have to be in a good place. And, you know, if you find that you're not in a good place, you have to find something else to
Yeah.
give you that kind of relief. Or,
And you could say that about any habit, though.
yeah.
Like anything that you depend on like that.
Yeah, but with weed, I feel like
But it's different because it's not actually physically addicting.
It's a feeling that you're looking for.
Yeah, it's just an actual, like, psychological feeling.
Mm-hmm. But, like, you know, like I said, you don't go through with fucking withdrawal. Like, alcohol, you get a withdrawal every time you get a hangover. Like, it's just your body saying, like, oh,
Is that what that is?
Huh?
Is that what that is? Is that what that means?
That's what I learned. I mean, I don't really know if that's 100% right, but yeah, that's like alcohol withdrawal.
So that's why
how I
the
see it.
Irish keep drinking. Is that why the Irish keep drinking?
Yes. But I can't do an Irish.
No, don't even
Irish.
fucking do it.
I don't know. That's fucking. No. What's the fucking line that I always say from the fucking Crucible that's like Irish?
Our
It's
eyes were dry.
oh, it's a better sin to stick pins in the toes. The door spoken knowingly, a stone's throw from home. We'll stop
What's
because it's bad.
happening?
Well, yeah, I just have to say, like, yeah, there's good and bad things about smoking weed, and if you're, you know, like we said, if you're gonna do it, then know yourself, know about it, and know why you are doing it, so that it's not just a thing for you to do to pass the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we just said not everything has to have purpose.
Yeah. But
like,
I mean,
if you're
you
going to
can-
argue about
you
it.
don't have to fucking explain yourself to anyone as a human being. Like, you know, it's like you just have to know it for yourself. Like, just to, because if you don't know yourself, then what the fuck are you doing on Earth? But anyways.
Well, I mean, that's what existentialism is all about, baby.
And that's why, that's
all
part of the reason
about.
why I smoke weed sometimes. Like, just to, like, sit and clearly think about shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, just to be able to be like, all right, fuck it. I'm not going to have all these stupid, like, emotions that are, like, tethering me down to this sadness for no fucking reason. And just think, like, okay, when I'm not feeling all that, what do I actually think about this thing? Like, you know, when you're in, like, a relaxed mindset. Because even, you know, before the meeting, I was in a horrible fucking mood, and then I ate some Mexican food, and I felt a lot better. It's just when you're in that mindset, then, you know, it's hard to get out of. But when you're out of it, you can see things a lot differently.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
But then there's also, like, sometimes you can see things a lot clearer when you take a break, too, though.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there are times where I'm like, yo, I have smoked every night this week. And sometimes it helps me for when I'm at work because it makes me more chill the next day. Like, it's not like I'm after high. It's more like, okay, like, I still have THC in my system, but I'm not high, but I'm also, like, calm. Whereas, like, sometimes I feel, like, foggy or, like, I feel, like, lazy and tired.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not able to be productive when I get home because I just want to crash. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, you experience burnout. But then, you take a break and you're like, oh shit, energy. This is what this feels like. So I guess it also depends on like what you're smoking or what you're intaking too, and how you like live on the day to day.
Yeah.
And what you need it for.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we got, yo.
Yo, it's fucking over.
Alrighty, y'all. Thanks for listening. Find us on the socials. Please make a donation on our Patreon account or, like Cash App us.
Subscribe, motherfuckers.
But yeah, much love. See you next week.
Love y'all.
Bye.